What's good, crypto fam? Welcome to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin just actually tapped a new annual high of 44,500, 50,000 incoming. Send it and let's freaking go. In today's show, I'll be sharing the latest Bitcoin technical analysis. And according to Plan B, 91% of all the Bitcoin is in profit. So congratulations. Feels like ETF approval is leaking and the SEC insiders are buying it up. How long will the SEC be able to contain it? We'll be discussing this. Also breaking news, JP Morgan CEO Jamie the Tapeworm Dimon says he would close down Bitcoin and cryptocurrency if he were the government. Quoting him here, the only true use case for it is criminals, drug traffickers, money laundering, and tax avoidance. He forgets he just had to pay a $920 million fraud fine for manipulating precious metal markets. So you already know. Also in today's show, Bitcoin halving 2024. We'll be discussing this along with the Bitcoin ETF hype driving the price up. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin Ordinals topping $1 billion market cap after 850% monthly gain. And speaking of Ordinals, they could be stopped if blockchain bug is patched, according to devs. And quoting Max Keiser, Bitcoin's code is sufficient to wipe out all the central banks, fiat money, and ish coins. It's called the Bitcoin singularity. And along the way, some bugs and barnacles like Ordinals will get scraped away. Let's go and let's Satoshi. Also in today's show, Blackrock and Bitwise update their spot Bitcoin ETF filings amid the SEC approval hype, as well as large asset managers are getting ready to buy Bitcoin ahead of the spot Bitcoin ETF launch, according to Moody's director. That's right. We'll also be sharing some clarity from Max Keiser regarding Qatar and their sovereign wealth fund purchasing 500 billion worth of Bitcoin, sending a God candle of 100,000 he shares. To add clarity, my source said, Bitcoin makes our $500 billion sovereign wealth fund effectively worthless. We should just convert it all into Bitcoin. And speaking of that, if this were to turn into fruition, is a God candle to 100,000 possible for the King Crypto? We'll be discussing this plus so much more in today's show. And welcome everyone just joining us. I appreciate that super chat, my fam. Shout out Emilio Gonzalez and the rest of the Crypto News Alerts fam. How many of you were just on the 14-hour pump watch? That was pretty lit, right? We went all night. That's a new record here on the channel. We smashed the local top now is 44.5 on most exchanges, but on Coinbase, we even hit 45,000 temporarily. So new highs are in for the year. Christmas season around the corner, 2024, Bitcoin halving, ETF approval. Let's go. Moonwalker, what it do, Lord Henry? Good to see you. Keep the train moving, hop on board, or move. Get out the way. You already know. Helen, what it do? We're getting $2,000 a day like it ain't no thing. I can deal with 5% gains on Bitcoin leading up to the halving. What do you guys think? Let me know. Juan Romero, let's go. Let me know how the stream is. Are we loud, clear, and smooth? Holla at your boy. I appreciate the supers, fam. I appreciate the support. I appreciate the subs. Our channel is blowing up. We've been creating massive content with these pump watches. 3 lives a day. Let's go. Helen, I appreciate you, fam. Buy hard, smash buy. Let's get it. Robbie Keiser, what it do? Bitcoin taking a bath in Qatar. Oil money. That's right. This is pretty big news. We're going to be sharing the latest with all the latest regarding Qatar and their potential $500 billion sovereign wealth fund, converting it into the King Crypto. All loud and clear, sir. I salute. Thank you, fam. Appreciate you, Jorn. What up, Corona Free Radio? What it do, JV? Pumping it up. You already know, New York in the building. Every time we go live, the price action pumps. So let's keep the pumpage up. Maybe we'll surpass 44,500 during today's live stream. What do you guys think? Wow, we have the creator of Bitcoin on with us. Shout out Satoshi Nakamoto. At least I caught the live from the start. That's what's up. Appreciate the support. We typically go live with the podcast, typically 3 p.m. Eastern. Every once in a while, we mix it up and we do it in the morning, so it is what it is. Then in the evenings, we do the premieres, and I do them with you. It's pretty lit. Typically, that's at 9 p.m. Eastern. And then we've been doing pump watches. Granted, Bitcoin continues its pump. We'll be watching the charts like a hawk. You already know. When do you sleep? Never. Appreciate you, Lisa. Thanks for tuning in. Pump up those likes if you're gaining value out of the channel, the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. You know what to do. Shout out to John Matrix. What's good, my fam? Juan Romero says the stream is perfect. The lighting looks good today too, right? Perfect timing. You gotta love it. I'm chilling. Broadcasting here from Puerto Rico. This is a live and interactive show, so you got to let me know where you're tuning in from. And please interact. Between all the stories and the news, we're going to be mixing it up and discussing what's going on. So feel free to ask me questions and we'll be addressing them. And I'll read as many comments out loud as I can. So let's get this baby lit. Anyways, fam, if you're new to the channel, make sure to smash that subscribe button as it helps out tremendously with that YouTube algorithm. And the goal is to get to 100,000 subs. You also got to be sure to smash the like. Shout out to the True King for your subscription. It means the world to me. We know Christmas is around the corner, so let's get this baby lit like the Christmas tree that you see on your screen. Today is pod episode number 1483. I'm your host, JV, and today is December 6th. 2023. Let's kick it off with our market watch as we do each and every day. Here we go. We got Bitcoin in the green and pumping like it ain't no thing. Above 44,000 at the time of the live, up 0.6%. On the day. We've had a hell of a week. In fact, we've had a hell of a fourth quarter here in 2023. We've had a hell of a year. Bitcoin's now up probably over 160%. So let's get it. And checking out Ether, we can see it's correcting, but still above 2,200. Cardano is breaking out. XRP is in the green and Solana and in the green. I like to zoom out to get a perspective of where we're truly at. For the week, Bitcoin's up 16%. Ether up 10.5%. We also have BNB, XRP, Cardano, every major crypto in the green on the weekly. And more perspective, let's zoom out on the monthly. Wow, 25% on the month. Not too shabby for the king. We have Ether up 19%, Solana up 55%, Cardano up 30%, and Doge up almost 39%. Two of the cryptos in the top that are not in the green for the month would be BNB, probably due to the lawsuit and the 4.3 billion fine. And XRP is also down 5% on the month. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, we now have a new annual high for the market cap at 1.6 trillion. Let's go. The all-time high was back in November of 2021, and that was roughly 3 trillion. So we're more than half the way there. Let's get it. The 24-hour volume back on the rise at roughly 82 billion. Bitcoin dominance on the rise, you already know, 53.8%. Ether dominance on the decline. Wah, wah. And checking out the SOT 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours, we got BitTorrent up 95%. What in the world is going on there? Holy moly. We have Helium up 43% and Beeman up 22%. So massive gains across the entire crypto sector. Which altcoins, if any, are you most bullish on for the bull run? Holla at your boy, fam. And checking out Crypto Bubbles to get a visual perspective on the day. You can see the top gainers are BTT and HNT, followed by WeMix and Bayman. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're still in the 70s at a 72 greed. Yesterday a 75, last week a 72, and last month a 74 in greed. So there you frickin' have it. How many are pretty pumped for the price action this month for Christmas? And where do you feel the price action is likely to take us for the peak of this year? Do you think we'll top 50 G's, baby? Do you think we'll potentially hit 60? Do you think a God candle is possible this year before the next? What if they were to announce, yo, Qatar, we converting a $500 billion into Bitcoin, let's get it. You know the hype surrounding that would be lit, right? Shout out to everyone out there. UFO Nut, what it do? Is Nipsey a native Puerto Rican? He is. He is absolutely Puerto Rican, 100%. Alice, what it do? Baz, appreciate ya. What up, Melda? Good to see you again. Ambrosia, hit that hopium bong. Puff, puff, pass. Eat chocolate with THC. Yummy. Emilio, let's go. Let's get it. I am Alice. We are all Alice, right? We're all Satoshi. Where's Satoshi at? Hello. Hey, yo, Lee. I appreciate you, big dog. I appreciate the super. Says good morning. Jesus Coin is breaking out again. Rising and blessing. Bitcoin and Jesus Coin are both decentralized, giving power to the people. Power to the people. And God bless. All hail to the Most High. 100%. If the Qatar buys, we going up big time, because that's just going to light a spark and a frenzy of other sovereign wealth funds doing the same thing, kind of like Bukele did with adopting Bitcoin as a legal tender in El Salvador. You already know, fam. What up, Jeff? We hit an all-time high by the end of the year. Greater than 69 G's would be so lit. It's possible too. You know what I mean? That's the beauty of crypto. Anything's possible. What up, Jennifer? Qatar is going to go for it. I hope so. That would be the move of the century. Let's go. Crypto News Alerts rules. Thank you, my fam. Appreciate you. Jared, got like a hair in my mouth. Love your content, JB. You're very welcome. I appreciate the support. It means the world to me, and it makes this show what it is. It's the community we have that makes it so lit. Emilio, FOMO is real. Yeah, just wait for this institutional FOMO, sovereign wealth FOMO, you know what I mean? Nation state adoption FOMO, retail FOMO, everyone's a FOMO. Parents are going to be FOMOing into Bitcoin. You know what's interesting is everyone wants to buy Bitcoin when it hits new highs, right? Everyone's lit about Bitcoin right now. Nobody wanted it when it was 20 G's, 25 G's. Everyone's like, oh, writing it off, listening to Solo Way. Oh, it's going back down to 10,000. All the influencers, I just dumped all my Bitcoin. I'm going to buy it back on the low. I figured out the market. Wrecked. Good luck with that. You know what I mean? Who hasn't hit it? Let's go. Damn them shrooms. Shrooming. Micro dosing over here. What you guys doing? Bitcoin Trini, what it do? Good to see you, fam. Appreciate you, fam. Thank you for that super. You guys are too kind. But without further ado, we have so much to cover. So let's kick it off with our Bitcoin technical analysis. Check out the charts where the price action is likely to go next. Let's get it. Here we go. Should be able to see this here on your screen. This headline reads, Bitcoin's up 170% since the European Central Bank called it the last gasp at 16.4. Take that, haters. Yes, screw the European Central Bank. Now, Bitcoin has gained almost 170% since the ECB warned of its impending irrelevance. And as noted, crypto proponent Eric Wall and others, December 4th, the Bitcoin price has done the complete opposite of the economist's predictions. That's right, because they lied to you. The same way Jim Cramer gets on television every day and lies to you. Things like, Mr. Bitcoin's going down. I would dump all of my Bitcoin. And then Bitcoin soars 80%. It's an orchestrated attack, and these are the enemies of Bitcoin. So screw them all. Bitcoin traded at just 16.4 on November 30th, 2022. The ECB published a blog post dedicated to his death. Who got the last laugh? Now, coming just after the implosion of the FTX exchange and subsequent market flight, the post argued that even those levels were a stopping point on the way to new lows. The value of Bitcoin peaked, we know, on November 10th at 69 G's, baby, and that was back in 2021, before falling to 17,000 mid-June of 2022. And since then, the value has fluctuated around 20,000. It's stated, for Bitcoin proponents, the seeming stabilization signals a breather on the way to new heights. More likely, however, it is an artificially induced last gasp before the road to irrelevance. And this was already foreseeable before FTX went bust and sent the Bitcoin price well below 16 G's. You see this FUD, fam? It's wild. This last gasp initially continued to play out after ironically gaining on the day of publication. Bitcoin then saw one revisit of 16.4 mid-December, and after that a swift comeback saw it add 70% in Q1 of this year alone, thanks to those bank runs, right? Now, a year after the ECB's premature obituary, Bitcoin's at its highest since April of 2022, sitting pretty at currently above 44,000. We just tapped a high of 44.5, and we just getting this party started. Commenting on the amusing blunder, Philip Swift, creator of Look into Bitcoin, joined Wall in feeling a sense of satisfaction, quoting Philip Swift, "You love to see it," he said. And Alex Thorne also said, ahead of the firm-wide research at Crypto Education Resource Galaxy, queried the ECB's prowess. He shared, "This really is as good as it gets. If they are this wrong about this, what else are they wrong about? Absolutely everything. Question everything." Here you're looking at the Bitcoin 1 week chart with Bitcoin versus the euro. So go figure, right? Now, the ECB is known as a Bitcoin skeptic, with takes on the market by the bank and its senior officials, often inducing embarrassment. Last month, we had ECB chief Christine Lagarde complain that her son ignored her advice on investing into crypto and lost money as a result. Quoting her here, "I have, as you can tell, a very low opinion of cryptos." Yeah, more FUD from Lagarde. What more would you expect? They're the enemy of Bitcoin, fam. And in other breaking news, 91% of all the Bitcoin hodlers are in profit because 91% of the Bitcoin itself is in profit, as Plan B points out here. So massive congratulations to each and every one of you holding Bitcoin. Well done. It paid to be a part of the HODL gang, didn't it? Feels like ETF approval is leaking and the SEC insiders are buying. How long will the SEC be able to contain it? Not much longer, clearly. Now, Stock to Flow predicts a target for the King Crypto post-2024 halving between $100,000 and $1 million per coin. So send it and let's get it. Now, this just in, Jamie Dimon, this is all over X right now. There's no way not to see it. JP Morgan CEO, I refer to as Jamie the Tapeworm Dimon, says he would close down Bitcoin and crypto if he was the government. He shares, "The only true use case for it is criminals, drug traffickers, money laundering, and tax avoidance. Now, we all know he had to pay a $920 million fine, his firm, JP Morgan Chase, because they get caught money laundering and doing illegal-ish all the time. The only difference, they have friends in high-up places. There's no difference between Bankman Fried and Jamie Dimon. The difference, just friends up in higher places, I'm telling you. Zero, I appreciate the super, my fam. He says, thanks again for your dedication and hard work. I don't catch the lives as much as I'd like, but when I do, it makes my day. JV for Prez 2024. Let's go. Thank you, Zero. Means the world to me. Much love, much respect. So what's your thoughts surrounding Jamie Dimon's FUD? Later, we're going to do a react session and play the actual clip over on Rumble, but I want to know your thoughts, and let me know, and I'll read some of these comments out loud. I mean, the man is a joke, surely. They are all criminals. I've been preaching this along with you, Helen. We know this. Max has been preaching this for decades. So give Max Keiser some credit for calling out Jamie the Tapeworm Dimon so many times over the years. One got caught. That's right. And that was SWF. But they're all criminals. We know this. 5 out of 5 dentists recommended BTC. Let's go. Jamie the Tapeworm, a snake in the grass. 100%. I hate that guy. Demon is the top criminal. 100%. Biggest enemy of Bitcoin and biggest fraudster and huckster. When Gensler was coming out calling, crypto guys, hucksters, and fraudsters, they must have been referring to Jamie Dimon. What do you think? Emilio, Trini, if you buy ish coins, what sweet is goat mouth sour in the Bam Bam? So JP Morgan's calling Blackrock criminals? Yes. Yes. Yep. 100%. In fact, Larry Fink, the CEO of Blackrock, called Bitcoin an index for money laundering. And when he was flooding Bitcoin during the bear market, we found out he was buying it the entire time. And same with JP Morgan Chase CEO Jamie Dimon. When he was bashing Bitcoin, comparing it to a pet rock, and threatening the employees at JP Morgan Chase to be fired if they get touched trading Bitcoin, he was purchasing $400 million worth of Bitcoin for their own trading desk. They're all fraudsters. They're all lying to you. They're all stacking. They know what's good with Bitcoin. They know it's not a threat. It's a threat to their own power. You know what I mean? It's a threat to their central banking cartel. That's what it's a threat to. So these are all hucksters and fraudsters. You got to call them out because it's the truth. You know what I mean? They all are, 100%. There's no question about it. Jamie Gensler sounds like an awful villain from a superhero movie. Who's that? Is Jamie Gensler. Oh, I see. Combining Gensler with Dimon. 100% Zero. I am not selling my Bitcoin for spite. I'll never pay tax on it. There you go. Evil people. Beyond evil. You know what I mean? Beyond evil. It's insane, to say the least. But anyways, fam, thanks for your thoughts on Jamie Dimon. I think we can all agree he's a piece of ish. And so let's tap into our next story of the day, shall we? Let's now discuss the 2024 halving, which is only 4 months away. This is an event we have been waiting our entire lives for. It feels like, you know what I mean? How many of you can relate? But anyways, it's around the corner. So let's discuss how the market's about to react to this bullishness we're about to embark. The potential approval of the spot ETF funds and the looming Bitcoin mining reward halving and major regulatory enforcement actions have a profound psychological effect on market prices. This is the key takeaway from the Next Block Expo conference in Berlin, as Bitcoin now topped over 44,000 for the first time in over a year. We have the Mocha brand CEO by the name of Robbie Young. We have the Gummy Cryptos Capital Managing Partner, Miko, and Binance Regional Manager, Jonas Junger, and Polka Starters Business Development Lead, Zhao Latit, weighted in on the whether crypto bear market was coming to an end in a conversation. I mean, clearly it has come to an end. The end was the 15,700 bottom, was it not? Now, considering the influence of the 4-year cycles between Bitcoin mining reward halvings, they liken the rhythm to that of a medieval battering ram. Quoting them here, every 4 years we swing the ram and we smash. 4 years is long enough that the people inside the castle think we have gone away, according to the venture capitalists. Now, they also say that the halving involves an inherent Schelling focal point mechanism, which is a game theory concept and social phenomenon where people or organizations can coordinate without communication. Facts. It is important to think about it as a psychological training phenomenon because each time it works, it inclines people to go with it the next time it happens. That's right. He also suggested the Bitcoin stock-to-flow model clearly shows the actual cut in the Bitcoin supply is getting smaller with each and every halving, which means the actual mathematical economic effect is smaller. Now, they echo these sentiments by highlighting the deflationary mechanism of the Bitcoin protocol and that there is never talk of having the fiat money supply. They do the complete opposite. They just print trillions like it ain't no thing. Quoting them here, it's just such a foreign concept to everything with fiat money that every time it occurs, it's just such a celebration of we are doing something completely different here. Now, they also provided another interesting perspective, noting that while there were just 2 projects that directly work in the Bitcoin ecosystem out of some 500 investments, the preeminent blockchain remains very impactful in what it does. The Animoca CEO says the effect is similar to any business where interest rates, employment figures, and other big macroeconomic signals have an impact, even if they are not directly impacting you. Quoting him here. So for us, I think Bitcoin is our central bank. I like that. Bitcoin is our central bank. Hey, Bitcoin is our Swiss bank account. That's right. Remember that private seed and take your Bitcoin with you to the afterlife. And if you're coming back in reincarnation, you already know, fam. Let me know your thoughts on that. Quoting Robbie Young, after all these years, I finally met this dude when we got a chance to do a panel today in Berlin. We are emerging from the bear market and the honey badger is getting fat. Amen. Where my honey badgers at? Where my cyber hornets? Make some freaking noise. The pending approval of several spot ETFs in the US is being widely cited as a significant driver of Bitcoin's recent appreciation to now the 45,000 range, practically. Young offers a very short takeaway to why this is the case. The potential income from Bitcoin ETFs is estimated to be 10 to 12 billion dollars. I say it's going to be even higher. Now, for an exchange like Binance, the potential for an immediate price spike is another important consideration, which can test the systems of a number of global exchange operators. These kind of events are critical in the running of the exchange. It is a matter of succeed or fail in terms of providing the underlying infrastructure when the news goes out and you see the green wick. Now, Binance's regional director shared the following. All of a sudden, with this ETF vehicle, you will no longer have synthetic financial instruments that reflect the price of Bitcoin. You'll have an actual spot. It's all secured. It's all in custody. Preach. So there you have it. Now, some more quotes from this conference in Berlin. During the bull market euphoria, a lot of companies overspent. They didn't build a treasury, which is super important. They also say we still advise them not to mind that everyone is excited. You must have a long-term intelligence. Make sure that you have a runaway for a few years. Bitcoin is my runaway for a few years. Bitcoin is my insurance policy. Bitcoin is my hedge against inflation. Bitcoin is my hedge against deflation. Bitcoin is my store of value. Bitcoin is unconfiscatable. Bitcoin is immutable. Bitcoin is borderless. Bitcoin is incorruptible. You know what I mean? So get it while the going is hot because these prices aren't going to last long. You already know. Just bought more Bitcoin. Congratulations to Stephen Hubbs. Get it lit in this mofo. Congrats, fam. Along with ETH and Adam. Right on. I haven't seen Inner Dino in a hot minute. Oh my God. Inner Dino was like on every episode for years. That's right. Maybe he switched his username. If you're watching Inner Dino, let a brother know. Stick to Bitcoin and hodl, says Majin saying. Can't go wrong with the fastest horse in the race. Let's go. Yo, what up? Good to see you, Erico. What it do? Send it to the moon. 100 G's and above. You already know. He who has the Bitcoin controls the laws. 100%. Dollar cost average every month, like Jordan Belford said, since the all-time high, you'd be 60% in profit. Hodl. Hodl be thy name. That's one of the 10 Bitcoin commandments. Where's the Bitcoin Bible? I guess it could be the Bitcoin Standard by Safadine Amos, right? Samantha, that will soon be a funny memory, so just hodl. Bitcoin is his wife. I like that, Silas. What's the total dollar amount with the 12 ETFs, roughly, more or less? I would say there's now 13 ETF apps on the desk of the SEC, probably somewhere between 20 and 25 trillion. That's a lot of capital, fam. OG blockchain in this mofo. Let's go. Bitcoin is my sugar mama. I like that. My baby mama, my sugar mama, my mama mama. Let's get it. Obama mama. My ganja mama. Is this actually live? 100%. I just responded to your question, dog. Honey Badger don't care. We make the rules. He who has the Bitcoin makes the rules. Shout out to Baz Dragon. I appreciate the love, fam. And if you're just joining us, make sure to smash the like and hit that sub. You'll get an on-screen shout out by yours truly. JV, what up? Bitcoin is our private Lear jet. Boom. Let's go. Yes, 13 my bad and holy moly. Ravioli. Yeah, I mean, that's not including the bullish sentiment. Correct. There's so much bullish right now, I can't contain myself. Why do you think I'm doing 3 lives a day right now? Bitcoin is financial freedom. That's right, Fairgrounds, 100%. Bitcoin is like aging. It's happening either way. That's right. It ages like fine wine. Gets better and better over time. Steven, 5% per day for the next 133 days would cause the current price to go to 29 million by the time of the halving. Well, send it and let's get this mofo started, shall we? Welcome, fam. This is officially the most bullish YouTube channel in Bitcoin. And we have been bullish through the entire bear, right? What up, Melanie? Good to see you. Eat, sleep, Bitcoin. There you go. Dollar cost average every day. Let's get it. Stephen Farrell, pimpin'. What it do, fam? Hey, fam, Nuck Choris. Now we can get this party started. Welcome, Nuck. My kid is making me do the, what does that say? The Poppy Chip Challenge? What is that? What's the Poppy Chip Challenge? Hi from the UK. I enjoy your streams, Mansour. Well, I appreciate you tuning in. I got a lot of love for the UK. I'd love to see Warren Buffett's face when we hunt it 500K. Yeah, he may pass soon like Charlie Munger. The guy is pretty old himself. My first Bitcoin was November 8th, 2021 at 63 Gs. Well, don't worry, fam. You'll soon be back in the profit. HODL, halving around the corner, ETFs around the corner. Biddies are flying off the exchanges like there ain't no tomorrow. What's funny is being bullish is actually just being a realist. Facts. And that's why we keep it real. I know when JV is streaming because I get my Rumble notifications. Damn you, YouTube. Are you not sending notifications to the fam again? For Christ's sake. That's why you guys need to be subbed on Rumble as well, so at least you'll get the email and notification from Rumble when I go live as I stream simultaneous on YouTube and Rumble at the same time. Shout out to my Rumble fam, all my Rumblers out there. Brian, welcome. Emilio, welcome. Track, welcome. DC, welcome. Will, let's get it. But anyways, we still got a lot to share, so let's break down our next story of the day and discuss the Bitcoin Ordinals and the hype surrounding it. This is pretty wild, actually. Bitcoin Ordinals coin, Ordi, is now up over 850% on the month, and it just passed the 1 billion market cap. And we're also going to be discussing the Bitcoin Ordinals could be stopped if blockchain bug is patched, according to the devs. So let's see what's going on right now with Ordinals. The Bitcoin Ordinals base Ordi token has become the first BRC20 token to top $1 billion market cap after staging a triple-digit monthly and weekly percentage gain. Ordi notched new all-time highs of over $65 December 5th, surging more than 850% from around $6.80 November 5th. And according to CoinGecko, Ordi is up 216% over the past week. The sudden Ordi price uptick saw it become the first BRC20 token to reach $1 billion market cap December 5th, and at the time it has a valuation of $1.3 billion. Jesus. Ordi has dropped slightly from the high and is trading under 61 bucks, but still over 2,000% increase from its September 11th all-time low of $2.86. This was first launched by Casey Rodarmer. The protocol allowed for inscribing content onto the Bitcoin blockchain, including NFTs, entirely new tokens using the BRC20 token standard. Now, how many of you have used BRC20 Ordinals or have Bitcoin-related NFTs? Do let me know. Ordinals inscribed assets rapidly gained in popularity with the wider blockchain community, and after the brief decline in inscription activity in October, the Binance decision to list Ordi on November 7th seemed to reignite enthusiasm of the asset. And according to Dune Analytics, more than 48 million ordinal assets have been inscribed. Jesus. Since the protocol's inception, have seen more than 146 million in fees paid to the Bitcoin network. Now, the downside, we got to point out, right? The downside is it's congesting the Bitcoin blockchain. So a lot of people are against ordinals, but I'd love to know your thoughts. So let's dive into this next story discussing that something might be done about this. According to some core developers, quoting Luke Desure, PSA, inscriptions are exploiting a vulnerability in the Bitcoin core to spam the blockchain. Bitcoin core has since 2013 allowed users to set a limit on the size of the extra data and transactions they rely or mine, and by obstruction their data as program code. So the bug is allowing inscriptions to bypass the limit, which was recently fixed in the latest update to Bitcoin Knots, which is a Bitcoin core derivative with less tested or untested features backported from and sometimes maintained outside the core code. Now, another user shared the following: Bitcoin core is still vulnerable in the upcoming V26 release, and on December 6th, decentralized mining protocol Ocean, where Deshere is chief technology officer, said on X that the Bitcoin Knots upgrade fixes this long-standing vulnerability exploited by modern spammers. So there you have it. People are spamming the Ordinals network, congesting the blockchain and driving up the fees. I think the Bitcoin blockchain fees are up like over 700% year to date, which is pretty outrageous. He also says nobody ever allowed ordinals. It's been an attack on Bitcoin from the start. Now, do you agree with the sentiment? Do you think ordinals was an attack on the Bitcoin and blockchain? Or do you feel this was just something necessary in the evolution step to bring NFTs to Bitcoin? Let me know your thoughts. Now, the ordinals protocol we know was launched in 2023, just this year. So it's kind of crazy for the market cap to surpass 1.3 billion in such a short period of time. Yeah, I mean, now here's Max's sentiment. Bitcoin's code is sufficient to wipe out all the central banks, the fiat money, and the ish coins, which is the Bitcoin singularity. And along the way, some of the bugs and barnacles like ordinals will get scraped away. Let's go and let's Satoshi. So there you have it. Let me read your feedback. What are your thoughts on this latest story with ordinals? And let's see. It would be a dream if the next president were pro-Bitcoin. I don't care if it's Vivek or Kennedy. Right on. Kennedy Jr., pro-Bitcoin, anti-CBDC, and Vivek, same as that. Trump for Bitcoin, says Ian Brothers. No, we all know Trump is anti-Bitcoin. I've covered that many times. Unfortunately, it just is what it is. He says it undermines the value of the dollar, and he wants a strong dollar. We don't want a strong dollar. We want strong Bitcoin. We don't care about the dollar. Dollar's on the deathbed. It's the death of the dollar, right? The average fiat currency only lasts 100 years. The dollar's time is come and gone. It's over. Sorry, dollar. Sorry. Sorry, central bank. Bitcoin's here to stay. Will we hit it big? I'll even go to Australia to eat a Vegemite sandwich. What's a Vegemite sandwich? Are you messing with me because I'm vegetarian, dog? Or I don't know who you're talking to there. I guess JV can't see me. What up, Serge? I see you now, brother. Sorry, we have 673 people in the chat, so sometimes the chat goes so quick when I can't even see what's going on. But sometimes it pauses, so it's all good. Yeah, the dollar is dead, 100%. I make more money sleeping than going to work. Well, Misha Wright, congrats on that. That's a beautiful thing. Ambrosia lost hers. How many of you lost your Bitcoin on a boating accident? Vegemite. Okay. I've never had a Vegemite sandwich. Am I missing out? NFTs, $1 million monkey JPEGs. I think it's crazy too. I never understood the hype surrounding that when people were paying $1 million for these monkeys. I'm like, are we living in a, what is that called? Are we living in a simulation? Like, why are people paying $1 million for a JPEG? I just don't get it. I can just copy paste the JPEG in a screenshot. Now it's mine. Bitcoin ordinals should be shut down. Keep Bitcoin a true monetary system, not a Q smart blockchain. That's for alts. There you go, track. Vegemite is a nutritional yeast spread. Oh, okay. Like Mamite. I don't know any of this stuff. That's kind of funny. The average fiat currency does not last 100 years. Where are you getting the facts? Well, I'm not saying the average. My bad if I said that. I said typically no fiat currency lasts 100 years. You know what I mean? I don't know. When did the dollar come into fruition? You got to tell me. Tony Pearson, welcome. Thank you for subscribing, fam. I appreciate that. Boating accident, eh? Not missing out. Yo, JV, I'm a bass fisherman. Oh, bass fisherman. Just saying, there's all for you. All for you do, fam. Well, thank you, Fat Bass. Satoshi's rule the dollar. That's right. Bitcoins rule everything around me. Cream, get the money. $1 million bitch, y'all. Ordinals are killing it. Is anyone invested in Ordi? Let me know. Curious. Like investing in Crypto Zoo. That's Logan Paul's scam project, right? Ordinals are ridiculous. It's all good, brother. Keep on doing. Great job. Thank you. You're very welcome, Serge. I appreciate all the support, fam. Roger, the old will always fight change, but without change, nothing moves forward. Amen. Does anyone know how to recoup coins sent to the wrong chain? Oh my God. If anyone has insight on that, let me know. And moving forward, always send a test transaction to avoid losing your funds sending something to the wrong chain. It happens, I know. OG, thanks for becoming a member of the HODL gang. If you don't know, a few days ago, we released subscriptions here on the channel. So you could actually get a badge and recognition, and you get priority recognition when I see you in the comments, because now you'll have a badge next to your name. So I appreciate it, OG Blockchain. No dub, it's more like 100. Word. Dale says it's pronounced Vegemite. Oh, there we go. Now it sounds kind of familiar. Dip Daz, thank you for subscribing to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Let's get this mofo lit. Everyone smash the like. Please, let's get to over 1,000 concurrent viewers. We got to do it. That Vega made sound like that show that Lucy was making a commercial for and she got sick. Oh my God. There's a point of return at 44,000. I mean, we're on the cusp right now, fam. We still got a lot to cover. Welcome, Rev. What it do, Majin? Appreciate you guys supporting the channel. Let's now discuss what's happening with the spot ETFs as the race continues for the exchange traded fund in the United States. Here we go. Two companies, Blackrock, the world's largest asset manager, and Bitwise, recently filed an amendment to their spot Bitcoin ETF app with the SEC just recently on Monday. Now, commenting on the filings, we have Bloomberg ETF analyst James Seyffert, who shared the following. They're just pouring in. We have another spot Bitcoin ETF S1 prospectus amendment tonight. This one is from Blackrock. SEC is obviously giving multiple issuers the same or very similar instructions. Definitely a good sign. Another post wrote that the second S1 prospectus amendment from Bitwise Invest for their spot Bitcoin ETF, conversations still happening with the SEC and potential issuers. And last week or the week before, also the SEC met with Grayscale and BlackRock a couple of times. So this means it's a great sign that we're going to get this ETF because they're already entertaining it by having conversations with the top asset managers. Now, the prospect of a spot Bitcoin ETF is receiving SEC approval has generated significant excitement, to say the least, here in the crypto sphere. Bitcoin enthusiast Pomp Liano, shout out Pomp, speculated the Bitcoin ETF issuers are updating their app so fast, though you have to think that they're preparing for an approval at the same time that will kick off one of the most insane marketing blitzes in financial market history as these large firms compete for billions in assets under management. And quick shout out to Driver. I appreciate the super chat. He says, smash the like, guys. Let's freaking go. Rocket ship to the moon. You're too kind, fam. Greatly appreciate that. And shout out to Pompliano. Seyffart, the ETF analyst, opined, the wheel is still turning. Both the SEC and these issuers are working hard to iron the things out. These filings are likely the result of many conversations and a lot of man hours on both between the both sides. The Bloomberg analyst explained on Friday that the window for the spot ETF approval is officially January 5th to the 10th, literally 1 month away. Who's ready? Let me know. Quoting him here. Really, this means that any potential approval orders are going to come on either Monday, January 8th, Tuesday, January 9th, or Wednesday, January 10th, which is the final day of the deadline. Mark your calendar, people. We're about to get lit. He's predicting a 90% chance of a spot Bitcoin ETF approval by that deadline, which is January 10th. Now, how many of you feel we're likely to get the green light in January, and how do you feel that will impact the price action of the market before we hit that halving? Please do let me know. I'm going to read as many of these comments out loud before we dive into our next story of the day. What up, Jack? What up, Roger? Good to see the fam. Stephen Palmer. I lost my Bitcoin on a cannon with a little man. Technicals indicate 46.9 within hours. Well, I hope these technicals are right because we need to hit that already. We're overdue. Yeah, let's get it. She just smiled and made me a Vegemite sandwich. Men at work. Oh, word. BlackRock got approved for that 100K seed. That's right, back in October. And we found out they've been purchasing Bitcoin the entire bear market from something I shared the other day. I lost my desktop in a boating accident. Oh no, what are we gonna do? I lost my Bitcoin in a Bitcoin accident. There you go, Zero. I just found out my first Bitcoin was dollar cost average and obtained in November of 2017. Wow, just under 5,000. What a G. That's what's up. Driver, thanks for that super fam. Hit that like, JV. 1,000, y'all real talk. Let's get it. I need to use the desktop. Zero, probably many people did that in 2022. I bet Gary will approve in December and boost his ego. If you caught a bass, I hope it was in a wallet. Writing names and comments down and making a list. Oh boy, Gary Gensler's on the stream. Ain't that ironic? We have Gary live on the stream and we have Satoshi Nakamoto. That's like, Jesus, polar opposites here. Mood ETF to the end of January. Be careful what you say, guys. Gary, the sheriff of crypto, is in the chat. We don't know if it's the real Gary or an imposter, but you never know. The evil Gary Gensler. You already know. Asen, what it do? 100K before the ETF on January. Yeah, and we also have Adam Back. He's predicting we hit that 100K target by March 31st. He even wagered some Bitcoin on it. So that would be a great target. That'd be pretty lit. Because the halving, I mean, after the halving, it's going to get insane. I think we reach 100K easy in 2024. I think 2025, we reached the cycle peak as high as 500,000 per coin. What are your guys' thoughts? Stacy, making a list and checking it twice. Gary wants to find out if you've been naughty or nice. Gary is coming to to town, to crypto town, that is. Get out of here, Gary, you bear. You're not welcome here, fam. I'm feeling a post-market close dump, says David. Gary's brother, his brethren, word, broski. Ethereum to the moon, says Ali. Imagine Satoshi is watching on a second alt account. That'd be wild. Wouldn't surprise me. For Christ's sake, this is the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Everyone should be tuned in. The buying pressure is so consistent. There must be likes of Coinbase algorithms buying for large clients. Probably. It's just a steady set of steps up. Why are you so bearish, JB, right? Why am I so bearish? Maybe we do get that God candle like tomorrow. You never know. And everyone, there is a live poll going on. When do you feel we're going to hit that 100K God candle? And actually the question is the 100,000 Bitcoin God candle a possibility in your opinion? The one we're going to be talking about and focused on later on in the show that Max Keiser is predicting will happen once Qatar basically converts their $500 billion sovereign wealth fund into Bitcoin. Let me know your thoughts. Bob Lucas sort of acknowledged that a left translated cycle top is likely. Oh my God. The chairman of the SEC is furious. Oh, well, Gary. Let's go. Let's do this damn thing, shall we? Let's go. All right, fam. Let's dive into our next story of the day. We still got a few stories to share with you. Next up, let's discuss the massive buys taking place right now, especially at the institutional level. You know what I mean? We even got sovereign wealth funds entertaining the idea in Qatar of doing big things as well. So let's break this baby down. Here we go. Yanis, senior director with Moody's Analytics, provided insights into the factors behind the recent surge of the Bitcoin price action, highlighting the anticipated approval of the spot Bitcoin ETF by the US SEC. Moody's Analytics is a subsidiary of Moody's Corp that focuses on non-rating activities. Quoting them here, the biggest driver behind the surge in Bitcoin price is likely the number of applications for the spot Bitcoin ETF. And again, there's 13 currently on the desk of Gary Gensler, which are expected to be approved by the SEC in January, said the director in an email. He also says the race is heating up to launch these vehicles with large asset managers getting ready to acquire the underlying asset to offer the ETF to retail and institutional investors. Bloomberg has predicted a 90% chance of the SEC approving spot Bitcoin ETFs by January 10th. The securities regulator has been meeting with the ETF and the exchanges, back and forth, the issuers, including Blackrock, ARK Invest 21 shares, Grayscale Investments. They're the holder of the largest Bitcoin. Basically, they have the largest amount of Bitcoin on their balance sheet, 620,000 with their GBTC product, to discuss their apps. And they're looking to convert that trust into a spot ETF. We also have Skybridge Capital founder Anthony Scaramucci anticipating massive capital inflow from Wall Street and into Bitcoin when the spot ETFs officially launch. Former NYSE President Tom Farley similarly expects money to flood into the crypto industry with the approval of the spot ETF. Now, Rick Edelman said last week that the financial advisors are waiting for the SEC to approve spot Bitcoin ETFs so that they can offer these investments to their clients. JP Morgan, on the other hand, has warned that the spot ETFs can put severe downward pressure on the Bitcoin price. Now, we all know enemy of Bitcoin, Jamie Dimon, JP Morgan. So anything they say, we inverse it, just like we inverse Kramer. So if they're going to say this is going to bring severe downwards pressure on the price, the opposite's going to happen. We're about to go parabolic. Hallelujah. JP Morgan sucks. Jamie Dimon sucks. He's a snake in the grass. He's Jamie the tapeworm for a reason. Anything he says, don't believe it. We inverse it. Same as Kramer, and you'll be set. You know what I mean? Do the opposite of what these mofos say, and you'll be all right. You know what I mean? Now, before we dive into our feature story of the day and discuss the latest with Qatar, their $500 billion sovereign wealth fund, and them converting it into Bitcoin, and all the latest rumors surrounding it, and if a 100,000 God candle is possible, first, let's just read some more comments. I appreciate the comments. I appreciate the interaction. This is an interactive live stream, so let me know, guys. Yo, Mark Yusko thinks Blackrock will be the only ETF approved and many others approved later. That could be a scenario. You never know. Blackrock is godly, you know what I mean, when it comes to this. They always get what they want. They're powerful. Jamie is just mad because he has a girl's name. That's funny. YouTube is blocking your links. Yeah, I don't think links are allowed in the chat unless you're a subscriber. I set it up that way. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel if you want to drop a link. However, if you're shilling or self-promoting or doing anything, links that shouldn't be here, you will get terminated by our mods. Just FYI. Yo, YouTube is blocking it. Yeah, so make sure you're subbed. Will Stepson versus Guru? You know. Beetlejuice. What up, Neo? What up? It's funny, but there's actually an inverse Kramer ETF. So why is the US government didn't sell after Jamie's comment? Exactly. Hodl the line. Because Jamie is a snake. ARK was first. That's right. They're first in line as well, according to Kathy Wood. Shout out to Kathy Wood. He's used to the hate. Yeah, he likes the hate. He plays the heel. Kind of like in wrestling or in the UFC, you have the heel, and then you have the people everyone likes and cheers for. Jamie is definitely the heel. The BIS works for Blackrock. There you go, Juan Romero. My governor's name is Kotek. Go figure. Oh, for real? Crypto Creeper? Barry. What up, Barry? Netherlands in the building. What it do, fam? Brian's son. Appreciate you tuning in. Jamie is more powerful than Larry Fink. Interesting. Now, wealth-wise, I don't know how much Larry Fink is worth, but I know Jamie Dimon, according to Google, is worth north of $100 million. I would think Larry is worth billions, but you just never know. 40K incoming for Bitcoin again? You damn straight. 45 sounds even sexier. Stanley, 50 G's within a week, coming fast. Let's get lit. Let's go. What do you guys think? Where are we going to hit? December peak? I mean, this month is going to be gone before you know it. We're going to be in 2024, preaching the holy gospel of Satoshi. Yo, made it to the party. Better late than never. Cheers, StatWise. I appreciate your support. Oregon in the building. Good to see you. What it do? I like to hear that argument, Zero. Word. JV going worldwide like Bitcoin. You already know. You can't stop it. Can't stop, won't stop like Diddy in the 90s. Jamie's power is more direct. Fink's power is slow-moving constrictor snake. Yeah, I see. After Jamie's comment, Bitcoin didn't go up or down much. Why? Because they can't stop it. Jamie Dimon is stacking Bitcoin every time he bashes it. Yes, of course he is. These aren't stupid people. These are very smart people. Financially literate people. So to think they're just ignorant and they just don't get it? No, they know what's going on. They know 110%. Everyone knows. The cat is out the bag. The genie is out the bottle. 69,000, send it, Brandon. They say DEC dumps, not this time. What's the DEC stand for? Oh, you're talking about December. Yeah, not this time. The whole fourth quarter has been lit like a Christmas tree. Bitcoin year-end target 52. I like that, David. About 15 minutes into this one chip challenge, and I'm already going to say now that I don't need a glass of milk. Are you recording this chip challenge with your daughter, fam? I got to see it. Means Robert Downey Jr. is richer than Jamie Dimon. Hey, Jamie could really be a billionaire and only have 100 million on paper. You got to take all that info on Google with a grain of salt. But I'm just saying, Jamie is definitely wealthy. So is Gary Gensler. Gensler's worth over 100 million as well, according to Google. All these guys are wealthy. They're all criminals, though. As soon as the U.S. market opens, every coin goes towards hell. Oh, my God. What it do? We going up? Is that right, Will? Caitlin Long made some comment. Oh, I'm going to get to Caitlin Long's comment. That's our next breaking story of the day because she's talking about the Qatar thing. Yeah, all of that. I got it lined up for you. It's about to get lit. Smash the like. And without further ado, let's now dive into our breaking story of the day. The country of Qatar, a very wealthy country. They're sitting on a $500 billion sovereign wealth fund. And according to Max Keiser, the high priest of Bitcoin, they may be converting their sovereign wealth fund of $500 billion into Bitcoin. And according to Max, this would give us a $100,000 God candle, sending the Bitcoin price action parabolic to new all-time highs. Here is the latest because he gave us some additional insights and context so you can better understand it. Thank you, Baller Bill. I appreciate you becoming a member of the channel. Welcome to the MicroStrategy. Much love. Baller Bill in the building. Let's go. So here's the latest from Max Keiser. He tweeted this at 11:32 a.m. this morning. Update. To add clarity, my source said, Bitcoin makes our $1/2 trillion sovereign wealth fund effectively worthless. We should just convert it all into Bitcoin. So there you have it. You asked for the clarity. You got it. Now, if you miss the breaking news the other day I've been sharing on the show. Here's what Max tweeted. The God candle is a $100,000 uptick in Bitcoin, and it's in play. It will shift the global axis of wealth and power in a single tick. Let's freaking go. He also says, I have one word for you, 100,000 Bitcoin God candle fans, Qatar. The rumors are getting very loud on this. Their sovereign wealth fund rumored and looking to buy a $500 billion of BTC. Now, how do you think that would likely impact the Bitcoin price? Holy moly. And you can see this isn't all just rumors. This is real. Max is working closely with El Salvador and President Bukele. In fact, Max is the genius behind the moves of what they're doing. So Max clearly knows. He has some inside information, and that's what he's trying to tell us. So here's the president of Qatar and the president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele. That's when they visited, and we're going to get to Caitlin Long's post discussing some of this as well. So let's read all the tweets I could find regarding it. Here's the Caitlin Long post. I caught up with a big Bitcoiner and investor in Bitcoin infrastructure, and he said he doesn't think this rally is all about the spot ETF. He thinks it's about this too, referring to Qatar. I missed this at the time, but looking at it in the morning, it seems there wasn't much coverage at the time. That's right, it went under the radar. The news was back on September 12th. Check it out. This tweet dated September 12th, just in. The Emir of Qatar has landed in El Salvador. What do you think they're going to be talking about? Nation state adoption? Perhaps. 100%. And now that may be coming into fruition now that some time has gone by. Even Stacey Herbert on the 12th wrote back in September, all of Bitcoin Twitter is trying to manifest this into happening. I mean, so you probably never saw this post, right? So again, it went under the radar. Nobody was really talking about it. But now Max is letting us know they have a $500 billion on deck currently in their sovereign wealth fund, and all they're looking to do is convert it into Bitcoin because, as Max said in the tweet, let's go back to it. Check it out. I'm going to read it to you one more time. Update to add clarity. Here's what my source said. Bitcoin makes our $500 billion sovereign wealth fund effectively worthless. We should just convert it all into Bitcoin. So there you have it, my crypto fam. Let's read some more tweets. Keiser recently tweeted, Bitcoin price was lagging behind the rise of the hash rate while competitor CZ and Binance was being targeted and then taken down at the behest of large Wall Street players. The price rise is now catching up to the implied hash adjusted price of $375,000 per Bitcoin. Send it. So there you have it. He's saying the true price is $375,000 with the current hash rate, which is the difficulty. He also recently shared, someone wrote, why do some Bitcoiners act like spoiled brats about the gold price with Mad Max being the worst offended? I am up 50% on my junior gold mining stock in 6 months. Wow, 50% in 6 months. Max responds like a boss. I'm up 20 million % since 2011 with my Bitcoin. That means for every dollar Max put into Bitcoin back in 2011, he's up 20 million %, which means 20 million for every dollar. Good Lord, how many billions is the high priest really sitting on worth of Bitcoin? Let me know your thoughts, fam. Now, he also shared it took God 6 days to create heaven and earth. His son, Jesus, was here for 33 years. Bitcoin is approximately 90% done, but it's good enough now to wipe out all the fiat money, the central banks, the ish coins, and legacy nation states. Enjoy the ride. That's right. It's going to be one hell of a ride. He also, I guess I shared that tweet a little earlier. Samson Mao has some good tweets about Bitcoin hitting $1 million. I'm going to read this, but first I want to actually tap into this. Is a God candle to $100,000 possible for Bitcoin? Well, let's discuss this, shall we? Here we go. The crypto market seems to be on the verge of finishing the highly successful 2023 with a final sprint here in the fourth quarter. The global crypto market cap recently surpassed 1.65 trillion, which is a new annual high. Bitcoin has been moving amongst the top performers, touching now 44,500, which is probably the highest level we have seen in roughly 20 months. Now, one example is Keiser, the American filmmaker, outspoken proponent of the Bitcoin, you know what I mean? According to him, Bitcoin might experience a so-called God candle that can take its valuation as high as 100,000 per coin. And moreover, Keiser thinks Bitcoin could catch up to the implied hash-adjusted price of 375,000 per coin, which I just shared with you in a tweet. Now, what are your thoughts surrounding this God candle actually turning into fruition? And I want to share with you the latest from Samson Mao next. He says, Balaji, who is the former CTO of Coinbase, remember earlier in the year there was a lot of hype surrounding the regional banking crisis. And Balaji said, Bitcoin's going to $1 million per coin within 90 days. And he did a big wager. I think it was $1 million. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now, clearly he wasn't correct. So here's what Samson Mao had to share in response. Balaji wasn't wrong about Bitcoin going to $1 million per coin, but he was wrong on the timing and the catalyst. My 1 million call is based on a massive rapid influx of institutional capital, while Bitcoin available for sale is at historic lows, compounded by the halving. His 1 mil prediction was predicated on money printing and banks failing. Those two things could potentially be a driver for a rapid run to $1 million, but not likely. The money printing already happened and then dried up. It will take a few more years for the market to adjust accordingly. As for the banks failing, normies will just look for a safer bank. They aren't at the stage where they realize that no bank is really safe and that Bitcoin is the only option. 1 million Bitcoin in play. Let me know if you agree or disagree with Samson Mao. Pomp also shared some very insightful insights, but let me see if there's any tweets I'm missing regarding our breaking story. I want to make sure I cover it all. Here we go. Samson Mao. Let's clear up some Bitcoin terminology. A God candle has long been established to be a $10,000 up on the daily, aka the big green candle, the guy you see right here. Now, 100,000 green candle, not as yet named. I propose the Omega candle. A 1 million green candle, also not yet named. Any ideas? So what are your thoughts? What do you think we should call the 100,000 candle, considering the God candle already has a name of 10,000 according to Samson Mao? And what should we give the name of a $1 million green candle for the King Crypto? Please do let me know. I'm going to read some of the responses out loud in a bit, but let's first read some of the responses from the tweet. Someone said, Megalodon, generational wealth candle, Adam 3S candle, I guess that's Adam Back's username, Metaron candle or Metatron candle, the highest archangel of God. There's some good ones. I like Super Saiyan candle for my Dragon Ball Z fans out there. But what are your thoughts? Please do let me know. And I can share some more insights with you if you want. Obviously, another headline, Qatar Sovereign Wealth Fund dives into Bitcoin with the potential $500 billion investment. But we covered the bulk of this story. So I actually just want to share with you one extra little bonus from Anthony Pompliano. He wrote, Bitcoin miners are dominating the public markets. Check this out. Bitcoin mining continues to be an area worth paying attention to, regardless of what role you play in the market. First, we see the hash rate has been parabolic since the launch of the Bitcoin protocol. Look at that all-time hash rate chart. Good Lord, talk about parabolic, right? The trend is even more pronounced if you zoom in on the time frame from the 2018 bear market today. You can see the hash rate has continued to accelerate even though China banned Bitcoin mining when more than 50% of all mining was in the country's border. Now, the hash rate increases, competition for the block subsidy becomes more intense. What exactly is the financial reward for winning that competition today? There was 40 million paid out in the last 24 hours to miners. That's 14 billion annualized. There's almost no scenario where hash rate is going to stop growing when more than 14 billion in revenue is up for grabs on an annual basis. Another area to pay attention to is miner revenue for transaction fees. Usually transaction fee revenue would spike in the bull market. Tons of people are trying to use the blockchain during the euphoric phase of the market cycle, so you have to pay the higher prices to use the finite amount of block space. Now, recently we've seen two major spikes in transaction fee revenue, although we're in the bear market though. There are largely driven these in ordinal inscriptions, but still a significant departure from the past trends, and it has provided additional economic incentive for miners to continue competing for revenue. So exactly how have miners been performing? We can look at publicly traded miners to get a sense of how the industry players are doing this year. Check it out. Year to date, Marathon Digital is up 359%, Iris Energy 356%, CleanSpark 356%, Riot Platforms 349%, Hive Digital 159%, TerraWolf 128%. And check out the Hut 8 Corporation, 1,228%. And they just completed an equal merger. Good Lord, the miners are killing it. This type of financial performance is impressive by itself, but it becomes even more eye-opening when you realize that 5 of the 7 companies listed have more than double the performance of Bitcoin year to date. Another interesting data point is how the miners are handling the Bitcoin on their balance sheet. You can see that miners have been net sellers since the start of November, suggesting these organizations are taking advantage of the recent price appreciation, selling into the strength to drive further cash reserves. Thank you once again, Zero, for the super chat. He says, welcome everybody. Smash that like. Let's go. Now, overall, Bitcoin mining seems to be in a great spot. The hash rate is at all-time high levels. Miners are pulling in 14 billion plus in annualized revenue. The stock price of publicly traded companies is widely outperforming Bitcoin's price performance, and we have not yet experienced the Bitcoin halving slated 4 months away for April 2024. The narrative in the Bitcoin community of buying and exclusively holding Bitcoin sounds good as a talking point, but it is essential that you think critically about what you're trying to accomplish from an investment perspective. It's hard to ignore the benefit of Bitcoin miners based on the market factors and stock performance. The gold community has long debated the pros and cons of holding gold versus buying gold mining stocks. The Bitcoin community is following fast on their heels with a similar debate, but as with most things in life, maybe the truth can be found closer to the middle ground than the extremes. So shout out Pompliano. What are your thoughts surrounding this with the Bitcoin miners? Are you bullish on them? I know Blackrock is. I know many of these major companies are. That's how they indirectly get exposure to Bitcoin. So let me know your thoughts, fam. And surrounding Qatar and their 500 billion sovereign wealth fund and converting it into Bitcoin. Do you think this will likely happen? And how will this impact the price? Do you think we can see a God candle? And what are the names of your God candle? Let me know. I appreciate it, fam. Let's read some of the comments as we enter our live Q&A session. Hopefully you enjoyed the content in today's show. If you did, be sure to smash the like, smash the sub, and I'll be back tomorrow. We're here 7 days a week. Let's go. Emilio, retirement candle. I like that one too. Schiff's candle. The Peter Schiff. I was on the team that builds the Qatar jets. Oh, for real? In the photos. Use the fiat earned to buy Bitcoin. Well done, Track. That's awesome. Qatar investment would help everyone involved. It's a win-win. We'll reach 100,000 regarding though. Send it. 1 million equals the singularity, says Damien. Send it. Candle, Neos. I like it. I like Keiser candle. Ooh, that has a certain ring to it. The Bukele candle, the Keiser candle, Fiat Death candle, I say Super Saiyan candle, Archangel Michael candle, the Roman candle, face melting candle. You guys are awesome. Candle Infinity, the Stiff candle, the Moon candle. I have 2200 unit Ballard bill, says David. I don't know what that means. Moas candle. Skip, British Hodl is making the argument that Bitcoin is not gold 2.0, but real estate 2.0. Well, Sailor has said Bitcoin is digital property, right? It's scarce. Bitcoin is dumping? No, we're at 43.8. So it's funny. You guys define dump when we go down like $20 now. A Qatar candle. There you go, the Qatar candle. JV candle. Preach. Super Saiyan candle 100%, says Mayan Saiyan. Majin Saiyan. Alpha Omega candle. The hair string candle. The fam candle. Yes, Daniel. John Doe candle. I'm selling shares of myself. Wife changing money candle. Viagra candle. That's hilarious. Thank you, Rudy. I appreciate that super chat, my fam. Much love. Appreciate all the support. The supers also help tremendously with the algorithm. We'll get more eyeballs on the channel, so I appreciate that. The same with the memberships. Because YouTube's making money, they'll show my channel to more eyeballs. That's just how it is. They get 30% of everything. So, Keiser candle. Yeah, a lot of you say Keiser candle. I'm going to put that in the post from Samson Mao. Let us know. You can put it in the post as well, so Samson and Max and everyone sees it. Crypto News Alerts candle, full stop. Let's go. Google Plex candle. BlackRock wants my SAT candle. All Father candle. How about the Charlie Munger candle? Green candles. Rocket candles. 420 candle. Let's go. The 1 million candle. Bear Apocalypse candle. Please send it. Tough Tea. I don't think there is enough Bitcoin for them to do one big buy, clearly, but for them to make the announcement and start buying and seeding it would be massive. It would take time. Currently, there's not that much Bitcoin on the exchanges, and they'd probably have to go directly through the miners to get that large of a quantity, but you never know. I like the Keiser candle. Me too, Joseph. I think I'm going to put that in there if you guys haven't already. I will not sell my sats to the Blackrock. Oh, hell nah. Not that Lawrence Fink guy. Mung beans. How about the Grippy from Mississippi candle in honor of Caroline Ellison? Change Keiser to Max. Oh, that's hot. There you go. The Max candle. Because Max, not only a name, but meaning max. 100%. I like that. I feel sorry for the people that didn't get into the early candle. Defloration candle, says Silas. Fapping candle, Mars candle, Max candle, Qatar can get a half a trillion worth, but it will be much higher price than today. Exactly. As soon as they start buying, it would be lit. Now, Max may have let the cat out of the bag because now they're going to pay a lot more for the price of Bitcoin, right? They should have did that under the radar, but you never know. Maybe they already started converting some of their sovereign wealth fund because remember the wording? It would make more sense to convert all of it. So maybe they started converting some and they haven't announced it. That can be a scenario as well. Miners don't have a trillion Bitcoins, a trillion worth of Bitcoins. Less shout out, more truth. Michael says, FOMO candle, FOMO like a mofo, when Lambo candle, rocket fuel candle, the D-Gen candle, the Incredible Hulk candle. You guys got names for days beyond my expectations. Sailor is the only candle. What did you say? I am from Mississippi. Oh, we were making fun of Caroline Ellison. Remember the grippy from Mississippi? I'll let you figure out what that means. Been getting Christmas candles, red and green. The trick candle. The Buras candle. How about the oil candle? Titan. How about the prolific candle? The zip, zap, zort candle. How about the alchemy candle? Jumbo jet candle. How about the lit candle? Super lit. Infinity candle. Money printer candle. Multiverse cross candle. There you go. The scandal candle. The Jamie Dimon scandal candle. Bernstein bear candle. The people realize the system is broken candle. Amen. How about the escape valve candle? Max Keiser candle. Seems everyone wants the Max Keiser candle. So let Samson Mao know in the post. Let him know, and maybe he'll pick one. The snooze you lose candle. Sorry I told you so candle. The end of the Fed candle. End the Fed. The everything but the kitchen sink. You got it. You guys are lit. What do you think Bitcoin will pump again? Well, we're still up on the day. Keep that in mind. We're still in the green. Bitcoin just went on a tear this week. So we can correct. But I think the next target, once we break past 44.5, which is the local high in most of the exchanges, I think the next logical target is going to be 46. So we may do another pump stream tonight if we start pumping and breaking out above 44.5 or nearby that. Because I think 46 is going to be incoming. That's the next target. What do you guys think? Do you think we'll hit 46 here soon? What are your thoughts? And don't forget, we still have a live poll in the live chat. Is a 100,000 Bitcoin God candle possible? Please do let us know. We currently have 685 votes. I appreciate that. The mackerel candle. Damn, dude, I'm not even subscribed and I keep getting suggested this channel. When do you sleep? Well, you better subscribe. That's cool. I don't sleep. J, yo couch candle. F, yo couch. Charlie Murphy, darkness. D's nuts candle. Hey, Mr. Beast has a one of his Feastable bars are called D's nuts. The cocoa candle. The Jamie Dimon and Warren stop the ETF approval. Can they in January 2024? No. However, it's up to Gary. Gary can come up with some BS, a loophole. There's always a loophole, and they can push it back maybe to March. But I don't see it being pushed back more than March. I think we get the approval before the halving. I think it's not likely we get it after the halving. It has to be before the halving, in my opinion. But all these applications, if they don't approve it by January or March, they're going to look like criminals. We know they're criminals, but they're going to look like criminals to the entire general public. So I don't think so. Welcome to Grayscale's membership, Roger. If you don't know how the memberships work, we have the HODL gang, we have the MicroStrategy, we have the Grayscale and the Satoshi. So the HODL gang is lit. That's the lowest level. Then we have the MicroStrategy because MicroStrategy has 174,000 Bitcoin on the balance sheet. Then we have the Grayscale level because they have 620,000 Bitcoin on the balance sheet. Then we have the Satoshi level because Satoshi's wallet has 1.1 million BTC. I appreciate that support. The Bitcoin boner, says John Witt. Leave it to Gary, Mr. No Claire Gare. JV lit candle. I like that. Has a ring to it. Long candle. The shifty, the stone cold candle. You guys got names for days. I love it. I appreciate y'all, fam. Smash that like. Thank you, Serge. Appreciate it. Rob Thompson just says max. I agree. I think it could be 100,000 candle should be max candle or Keiser candle because it was his thought he just projected and it didn't exist. No one ever talked about a $100,000 candle since I've ever been in Bitcoin that I know of, and I cover the news every day, right? But he is right, Samson Mao. The God candle is always referenced as 10,000. You know what I mean? Gifted 1 Crypto News Alerts membership. You're the man, Zero. So he just gifted it to Jerome. So just for being here today, Jerome, you got blessed with a free membership. Thanks, Zero. You're now a member of the channel officially. You guys are too kind. When we were doing the Pump Watch the other night, we had someone gift 10 of them, just hooking everybody up with free memberships. So we appreciate that. That helps with the algorithm as well. The Fiat Sword, the Wu-Tang Sword style, the Shaolin, let's go. The Mushroom Candle. Psilocybin. How about the Ayahuasca Candle? Sailor is having a good 2 years, 2 billion in profit like a G, and MicroStrategy stocks is going through the roof. Yeah, Sailor deserves it. He survived the bear, right? He didn't falter. He stuck to his word. He kept buying. He hodled, and now he reaps those rewards. Well done. He's a shining example of what we should do. The Trump card candle. Lost it in a boat accident candle. But anyways, fam, we're going to start the uncensored JV Reacts, uncensored version of Crypto News Alerts over on Rumble. If you don't know, we stream simultaneously on both platforms. We're on YouTube, we're on Rumble. YouTube stream ends, we continue on Rumble with the uncensored version of the show because I can speak about anything I want, and I like being uncensored. I think a lot of you appreciate uncensored JV, if you know what I mean. We're going to have a lit JV React session. I'm looking forward to seeing you there. If you're not already on Rumble, what are you doing? Go on, head over to Rumble, join us for Crypto News Alerts Uncensored, and I'll see you there shortly. Deuces, YouTube. One love, my fam. Appreciate you guys.